ask the distinguished former commander of the Regiment's 2nd Battalion, Colonel Vernon Coffey, to please join me. Vernon Coffey was born and raised in Kansas City, Kansas. He was educated in the Kansas City, Kansas public school system during a time of racial segregation. Black kids and white kids did not go to the same school. The Kansas legislature in 1905 passed a bill, signed into law by the governor, authorizing segregated schools in the Kansas City, Kansas area. In fact, these schools were not desegregated until 1978. Vernon Coffey was drafted into the Army in 1952 during the Korean War. This was but 4 years after President Truman signed Executive Order 9981, which integrated the armed services of the United States. It stated, "It is hereby declared to be the policy of the President that there shall be equality of treatment and opportunity for all persons in the armed services without regard for race, color, religion, or national origin." This was very different from the policy of the governor of Kansas that said black children could not go to school with white children in Kansas City, Kansas. Vernon Coffey excelled in the military world. He engaged in a love affair with the Army. He loved soldiers, and soldiers loved him. He went to the Infantry Officer Candidate School at Fort Benning, Georgia, where he was commissioned a Lieutenant of Infantry. He became a parachutist, an Army Ranger, and sought the toughest jobs in the 504th Parachute Infantry Regiment, 32nd Infantry Regiment, and of significance in the 28th Infantry Regiment. Colonel Coffey is a distinguished combat commander of the Regiment's 2nd Battalion and has been a staunch supporter of black line soldiers for more than 4 decades. Google reveals the good, the bad, the beauty, and the ugliness of our country and us as a people. A brief search told me that black kids in Kansas could not go to school with white kids. It also showed me a historical document entitled President Richard Nixon's Daily Diary for July the 20th, 1969. Diary entry from 8:06 to 8:08. The President talked by phone with the Secretary of State, William P. Rogers. 2 minutes. From 8:19 until 8:22, 3 minutes. The President of the United States met privately with his assistant military aide, Colonel Vernon C. Coffey. Oh. God bless this country of ours. Oh. Making this presentation as a combat veteran of the 2nd Battalion, 28th Infantry, and a former honorary colonel of the regiment, Brigadier General Jim Shelton. In recognition of the outstanding contributions to regimental continuity, tradition, and esprit de corps, by order of the Secretary of the Army, Colonel Vernon C. Coffey, United States Army retired, is granted and assigned the distinction of Distinguished Member of the 28th Infantry Regiment.